What's going on, guys? Welcome to my first ever career video. This video is in honor of my friend who is a Giants fan. So, as you can see, we have the Giants roster here. Russell Wilson, Tyrone Tracy, Malik Neighbors, Darius Slayton. Defense, Brian Burns, Sexy Dexy, Debo. I didn't realize that Debo's on the team now. Shit. Okay, so Debo's on the team. Javon Holland. All of those guys, and we're not simming the career of any of them. We are going to do Neal. Evan Neal has been one of the worst offensive tackles in the league ever, I think. Yeah, Evan Neal was just putrid last year. 61.2 PFF grade. Somehow that's 73rd out of 140. That is terrible. I don't know how that's still in the middle of the pack. But 73, that still means he was less than a backup because there's 64 starting tackles. Wait, so that means he still wasn't playing like a starter. He was playing like a backup. There's 64 starting tackles. We're going to we're going to sim the career of Evan Neal, and hopefully he can complete these 6 goals. The ones in green, we have to complete. The ones in yellow, we have to complete 3 out of the 4. And if we win the challenge, I still haven't decided what's going to happen, or if I lose, we'll figure that out as we get along with the video. Let's get to the video. Boom!
That's not what he wanted to cook.
Again, we got it. We're in. There we go. Oh my god. 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 Look of the Irish. Holy shit. First time ever. Audric Estime with the kick return. Pity. Oh, look at the Irish, me boyos. All right. So as you guys can see from the goals. All right. So as you guys can see from the chart, we need Evan Neal to get 3 Super Bowls and 5 Pro Bowls. And he needs to get at least 3 of the next 4. Either win Best O-Line, get in the top 10 O-Line 5 times, get Superstar Development, or become a 90-plus overall. If we can complete the greens and 3 of the 4 yellows, then we win this challenge. Still haven't finished out the punishment yet. We'll get along to that. So, I don't really know what, I guess, to go over or talk about. I mean, Evan Neal is a 74 power, 66 agile, 59 pass pro. So, he is very uneven. So he's 16 overalls away from getting 90. He's 23 years old in this. I mean, if he doesn't end up out of the league, then he could play until 31, 32. So 90 based on his age is definitely not out of the way. Superstar, if has all that time to get up to 90, then he can definitely get superstar. If I'm saying he has 31, then that's another 8 years, so he can get 5 Pro Bowls. It's just the Super Bowls are going to be tough with the Giants. So, yeah, he basically just really needs to start turning this around now because he is basically out of the league. He's only 74 overall. If he gets cut, I don't know if he's going to be a starter or, I don't know if he's going to have a starting job anywhere. Let's take a look at his rating. So, he's the number 27th overall right tackle. A little surprised about that. 91 strength. That's pretty solid. 80 run block. 68 pass block. Ooh. 82 run block, 78 run block. So his run blocking is pretty okay. His pass blocking, oh my god, 68, 75, 62 finesse, yikes. And 66 awareness, which, yeah, that sounds about right. So he has a lot of work to do. He's a team player, but undisciplined with penalties. Okay, really, he's a team player. I feel like he would have more of an unpredictable or intense personality based off the media. Motivations and tags. I mean, he wants to be top of the depth chart, big market, and warm weather state. Okay, so 2 out of the 3 is pretty good for him here. We are in the preseason. All right, we're going to start simming along here. Let's see if Evan Neal even makes the active roster. How about that? So let's see how the Giants did in the preseason. They went 3-0. Okay, good start for the Giants there. Is Evan Neal officially the starting tackle to start the season? He is. Good shit. He made it. Nice. All right, so Evan Neal made the starting roster. The Giants went 3-0 in the preseason. Let's go to the midseason and see how Evan Neal is doing. All right, the Giants are 3-4, not crazy. 18th in points per game, 9th in passing yards, 13th in rushing yards. So Evan Neal is kind of carrying his weight in the running. And so based off that, it looks like Evan Neal isn't horrible. Can't really say how much Evan Neal is contributing to that. But 3-4 is definitely not looking good for the Super Bowl goal. Let's take a look at Evan Neal and see where he's at right now. He was at a 74. He's now up to a 75 because of the morale. 75, okay. He's allowed 1 sack so far. That's actually pretty good. Only 1 sack so far in 7 weeks. That's pretty good in my opinion. All right. Okay, so unfortunately the Giants finished 6-11, so cannot make the Super Bowl this year. Finished 13th. Yikes. All right, let's see where Evan Neal is at now. All right, Evan Neal went from a 74 overall to start the year. He's now up to a 76. Okay, normal development still. Let's see how many. Oh my God, dude! He went from allowing 1 in 7 weeks to, oh my God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to close the. Oh shit, that's terrible. So 7 sacks. That's definitely 8 sacks. That's definitely not that good. I mean, if he finished a year with like 0, 1, 2 sacks allowed, maybe then I would spin the wheel or something to see if he gets up in development. But hell no, not after that. All right, off to another year of misery for these guys. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Okay, so for whatever reason, it's not showing the Pro Bowl list, but I take it Evan Neal didn't make the Pro Bowl. Let's see if he somehow ended up on the best O-line list. Evan Neal, no, but his teammate Greg Van Roten made it. Damn. Okay. All right, now officially off to the next year. Year number 2. All right, draft recap. Did the Giants draft a tackle? Oh, shit, they did. They drafted a 71 overall left tackle. Okay, so he's not going to take Evan Neal's job right now. Okay. All right, so Evan Neal, he's at risk, but we'll see how this goes. But who knows? If Evan Neal doesn't get re-signed, that could be a good thing. Maybe a good team could take him, and that could help him get some Super Bowls and these accolades. All right, for year 2, we're going to set the season goal. Super Bowl, always. All right, so starting off year 2, let's see how we did in the preseason. 2-1. Okay, that's not that bad. Evan Neal, is he on the starting roster? He should be. Is he our starting right tackle still? Good shit. He's a 76 overall. Backup is a left tackle. Okay, so it's looking pretty good for Evan Neal. Malik Neighbor. Tyrone Tracy's up to a superstar. Holy shit, nice. The receiving core is looking a lot better. Okay. How did Russell Wilson do last year? Not that terrible. A lot of picks. I'll see you guys at the halfway point to see how Evan Neal and the Giants are doing. Okay, this is looking better than year 1. Year 2, we are 4-3 right now. At the midway point, 21st in passing yards, 24th in rushing yards. Ooh, okay, so that's not the best for Evan Neal. We are 5th. We are the 5th seed and 2nd NFC East. That's really good for us. All right, so looks like right now we are on pace for the playoffs. How's Evan Neal playing so far? He went from a 76 to a 77. Okay, that's looking good. 2 sacks so far, and came in separate games. Okay, so he's on pace for 4 sacks, which is half of what he had last year. 4 sacks for a right tackle is definitely not that bad. All right, let's into the playoffs, and let's hope the Giants and the Evan Neal can make it. All right, year 2 ended in another 6-11 season. Holy shit. So we started off 4-3. We ended up going 2-8 the rest of the games for a grand total of 6-11. Again, 13th seed. I'm pretty sure that's where we were at last time. Okay, let's see what Evan Neal got done. Okay, if Evan Neal has like 4 sacks or under, then maybe we spin the wheel. He's still at a 77 overall. Okay, he only had a 2-sack season. That, I like that, man. I like that. All right, so since Evan Neal only allowed 2 sacks this year, we're going to spin the wheel. 3 different options. He can get +1 to his agility archetype, +1 to his pass protection archetype, +1 to his power archetype, or +2 his awareness rating, +2 his strength rating, or +2 to his agility rating. Let's see what the wheel decides. All right, +1 pass pro. Good shit. It's probably what he needed the most. All right, so Evan Neal, +1 for his pass protection, all of his pass protection stats. So +1 pass pro, pass blocking, 1 pass power, 1 finesse, and yeah, that does it. He should be up to a 62 overall power. 62. He is now, it's crazy. He started off as the 27th best right tackle at a 74 overall. Now he's a 77. He's the 30th. So not really going along with the times here, but cool. All right, let's see. Did Evan Neal rank out as one of the best O-line? No Giants, no Evan Neal. Okay, so nothing for Evan Neal there. All right, let's see if Evan Neal made a Pro Bowl. He is a right tackle for the NFC. Boom, boom, boom. No Evan Neal. So once again, 2 years in a row, 2 years with nothing. All right, off to the draft. Actually, is Evan Neal supposed to get re-signed? Is Evan Neal getting re-signed this year? Evan Neal. Okay, looks like Evan Neal is not getting re-signed. I guess they picked up his 5th-year option. No, he got extended. I don't know how that happened, but he got a 3-year extension. Okay, he's only 3 years into. I don't care. Actually, I mean, I kind of do care because he's stuck on the Giants. I don't know if this is gonna be good. Okay, Evan Neal might just rot away on this team. So the Lions made it to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. They won last year against the Broncos. And this year in 2025, they lost. Wait, no. They beat the Broncos in 2024, and they lost to the Bills in 2025. Josh Allen won NFL MVP and Super Bowl MVP. Jim Harbaugh, Coach of the Year. Josh Allen was Offensive Player of the Year. How good of a year did Josh Allen have? What? He won Offensive Player of the Year, Super Bowl MVP, and MVP. Josh Allen, 4,400 yards, 38 touchdowns, only three picks. Holy shit. 73% completion percentage, 118 passer rating. That is a great year. Good shit, Josh Allen. All right, off to the draft. All right, we're starting the draft. Let's see. What does this team need? What are we really lacking to make Evan Neal better? QB is definitely a problem. We only have Mac Jones. Tyrone Tracy, that's not good. Well, Tyrone Tracy's been pretty good. He's a superstar. Malik Neighbors, Wandale Robinson, Darius Slayton. Receivers aren't terrible. It looks like really quarterback play. I mean, we can use more D-line help. Yeah. Let's take a look at the draft recap. Did they get a quarterback? They did in the second round, 72 overall. Okay, that's not bad. We're going to take a look at Mac Jones. Did he just get re-signed this offseason? I think so. Yeah, he's been a backup. So we got Mac Jones and a rookie quarterback. 3-year deal. Okay. Who knows? With a different quarterback, maybe the Giants can get some spark in them. All right, Giants, year 3. Up to 84 overall, 83 offense, 87 defense. Season goal, like always, win the Super Bowl. All right, let's see how the Giants can do halfway through. Wait, actually, let's take a look right here. So Mac Jones is the starting quarterback. Our rookie is the backup. Evan Neal's up to 77 overall. Okay, let's put Davis in as our starting center. Let's make Schmidt the guard then. Okay, cool. O-line looking a little better. Wait, is this Davis a tight end? No. Okay. All right, we still have Malik Neighbors, Tyrone Tracy. Malik Neighbors, what has he done this last? Oh, he had a really bad year last year. Okay. Ooh. Tyrone Tracy, how's he been doing these last 2 years? Tyrone Tracy, I mean, touchdown-wise, he's been great, but yards per carry and kind of yards last year, it's been disappointing to look at these guys' numbers. All right, let's see how these guys can do halfway through the season. Wow, we are 1-6. This is officially the worst start ever. Holy shit, man. Last in the division. All right, Evan Neal is now up to a 78, so slowly getting there. How many sacks has he allowed? Okay, two. He's on pace for another good year. He's on pace for 4. Last year he was on pace for 4 and finished out with 2. So if he finishes out with 2 again, I think we're going to do another wheel. But let's see what has his team so bad. Mac Jones is not that great. Tyrone Tracy hasn't been that great. Neighbors, Slayton have been okay. Okay. Tight end has been lacking a lot. Andrew Thompson and Cliff Davis, they're both kind of, maybe we bench the center. I don't know. Let's take a look at the defense. 8 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. The sacks aren't really, not getting a lot of sacks or picks. Deflections, I like that from Bobby Okereke, but not our defensive backs. They're not getting really involved. No fumbles. Okay, so I'm thinking we got to make a big change in our lineup. All right, Kovacs. Let's put Eric Gray as our third down running back. Tight end, I think I'm actually going to try, might as well try Hatchett. Well, actually, no. Let's keep Johnson. All right, we'll keep Bryant in because Davis has been kind of poopy. Oh, he's out for 9 weeks. Okay. All right. So adjusted the lineup slightly. Didn't really do much defensively. Actually, let's switch out. Let's put Eubanks in here. Cool. All right. Let's hope we can win out this year because this is fucking crazy. I'm getting very nervous for Evan Neal's career and us completing this challenge. Hey, we made some improvement. Year 3, we're now 7-10. Giants. All right, let's take a look at the Giants. How did they do? So, looks like Barry Kovacs, he played kind of worse than Mac Jones, but, he scored a little bit more. Looks like he got the ball moving a little bit more, too. Rushing, oh my god. Running game, terrible. Receiving, Darius Slayton, holy shit. 1,100 yards, 17 touchdowns, that's crazy. Malik Neighbors, Darius Slayton's having Malik Neighbors numbers, and Neighbors is having Darius Slayton numbers? No, Darius Slayton does not have these good of numbers, man. Wandale Robinson, not bad. Theo Johnson still not really getting anything involved. How did our boy Evan Neal do? 6. No wheel for that. That's not too hot. All right, who led the team in sacks? Bobby Okereke with 102 tackles, 9.5 sacks, 7.5, 6.5. Okay, so not bad there. Picks, 4. 2 fumbles by Adebo. Okay, let's take a look. Best O-line, Giants, no Giants. All right, so based on that, it looks like Evan Neal probably is not going to make a Pro Bowl. Let's see. All right, did Evan Neal make a Pro Bowl? Right tackles, Evan Neal. Nope. Year 3, no accolades. All right, recap of 2026. The Rams beat the Ravens. Justin Fields won Super Bowl MVP. Holy shit. Okay. Patrick Mahomes MVP. Dave Canales Coach of the Year. That's awesome. Rasheed Rice OPY. TJ Watt Defensive Player. Cool. So Malik Neighbors is up for. All right. Looks like Evan Neal's not up for grabs. Malik Neighbors definitely gonna accept his 5th-year option. All right. Let's see how the draft does for us. All right, how'd the Giants do in the draft? Okay, they drafted a good receiver, so they're going to have a good trio now. A running back, 73 over running back. That's going to help out a lot because the running game has been sucking for them. And a Notre Dame edge rusher, okay. You guys already know how I feel about Notre Dame. Luck of the Irish, me buckos. All right, this isn't a bad draft for them. Evan Neal is definitely going to still keeping his job. All right, year 4, the Giants are going up to an 86 overall, okay. 83 overall offense, that's not looking good, and 91 overall defense. Just taking a look at the lineup. I think we're going to give Kovacs a start. Tracy, Webb. Dude, Tracy's been bad. We'll give Webb. Let's give Tracy the start, I guess, for the season, right, for now. And we'll give Webb right here. Okay, so it looks like they picked up Dontavian Wicks, too. All right. Oh, they lost Darius Slayton. Oh, he was the leading receiver last year. That's tough. All right, the O-line is not looking terrible. Defense. What the fuck? Okay, our defense. We have Kyle Hamilton? Holy shit. Okay. This defense is looking insane right now. All right, maybe let's change up the scheme a little bit. What's our best scheme fit? Okay, I'm just going to keep it at what it was. All right, we changed the defensive scheme a little bit here. All right, I'm feeling good about this year, man. I think this year might be the year. How many more years left does Evan Neal have on his contract? This is last year. Okay, cool. Hopefully he doesn't resign. If he resigns, and if they do really shit this year and he resigns, I think I'm going to have to force a trade because I don't know what to do. That or I'm going to have to adjust, maybe add, every time he has under 2 sacks a season and knock something off. I don't know. All right, let's go to the midway point. All right, the Giants are leading the NFC East with a 4-3 record. We're looking good here. We've started 4-3, I think, year 1 and 2. I think maybe it was year 2. I think year 2 we did. So year 4, we're starting off 4-3, so that's good. We're 4th in rushing yards. Ooh, nice. We're finally having a good rushing game. Oh, shit. Okay, what's going on here? Why do we only have, 1,300 yards and we're halfway through the season? That is crazily inefficient. Barry Kovacs has been terrible. Mac Jones, I think he's going to be the starter. Oh, he's hurt. Oh, that's tough. Because Mac Jones definitely he should be the starter. Tyrone Tracy, okay. 4.1 yards a carry, 16 yards a game, okay. That's not bad. No touchdowns, okay. So I'm surprised we're 4th. With this. Randy Webb, okay. Receiving, and oh my god, none of these guys are really doing great right now. This is maybe Theo Johnson's best year, but nothing good there. Evan Neal, no sacks allowed so far. Holy shit. Okay, and he's up to an 80 overall now, so he's 10 away. He's 26, 80 overall. He's 10 away. He's now the 21st ranked. We're looking good here. All right, I like what we're doing there. How are we doing in the sack game? Sexy Dexy's on pace for 14 sacks. Brian Burns on pace for 10. It's awesome. Good on tackle for loss. Picks, nothing crazy. All right, nothing too bad there. All right, I'm kind of excited here. I think we actually have a chance. And look at our defensive rankings. We're literally 12, 19, 4. That's way better than we've been doing. All right, let's see. Evan Neal's last year, man. He's on a contract year. He's not allowed 0 sacks so far. Can he continue it? I can really have him going for a spin the wheel. 2 sacks or under, it's a spin the wheel. If they make the playoffs, I think maybe we do spin the wheels too. We'll see. Bro! Our first winning season. Oh my god, we were the fucking 8th seed. That is fucking insane. That is disappointing. No. Oh my god. We tied with the fucking Eagles, who were also 9-8, and they won the division. And I mean, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. Did they sweep us or something? Eagles. Oh, we lost by 4 the first time we beat them, and the second time we won by 3. So I don't really know what exactly happened or what decided the tiebreaker there. Maybe it's conference wins or division wins, because we beat 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we had 4 conference wins or 4 division wins. What about the Eagles? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they only have 4. So how the fuck did that? I guess it's just now it's NFC. I don't know. They won the tiebreaker. Either way, this isn't that horrible of a year. 9-8, 5th in rushing yards. Our defense really improved. It looks like the biggest thing that was our weakness was our passing game again. Let's take a look at Evan Neal. What is he at now? Evan Neal's up to an 81. Okay. So went from a 74 to 81. Okay, so he's 9 away from getting to 90 overall. 6 sacks, another 6-sack season, so no wheel spin, no playoffs, no wheel spin. Not looking good for year 4, man. Looks like it's going to be another failed year. Let's take a look at the playoffs. Let's take a look at the Pro Bowl. All right, did Evan Neal make his first Pro Bowl? Tackle, 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 right tackle. No Evan Neal. No surprise there. Let's take a look at the yearly awards. All right, best O-line, best O-line. Giants. Nope, no Evan Neal. So, year 4, like the rest. Year 4 is a failure. At least we got our first winning season. All right, let's take a look at the Giants' season stats, though, their player stats. Barry Kovac's really poopy. Mac Jones just as poopy. Okay, I don't really know what to do with these guys. We need to maybe draft another quarterback. Tyrone Tracy, not a bad year. Still only 3.9 yards a carry. The rookie, 3.5 yards a carry. That's not good. I mean, we still were 5th in the league, I think, in rushing yards, so that's pretty okay. Malik Neighbors, another 1,000-yard year. He just never gets touchdowns. Dontavian Wicks, he got 11 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. That's good. Wan'Dale Robinson doing another Wan'Dale Robinson thing. Theo Johnson, he needs to not get re-signed. We already went over Evan Neal with 6. Solid. Defensively, Casey Woodward with 100 tackles. Brian Burns, only one with 10-plus sacks, 12.5. Dexter Lawrence, 8.5. Massey, 7, so that's not too bad. A lot of tackles for loss here. Okay. Nothing crazy in the interception game, but nice and well-rounded. Deflections. Oh, okay. I like what I'm seeing here. 7, 6, 5. Good shit. 1, 2, 5 fumbles. Okay. Let's take a look at my team's defense. Where do we lead in sacks? 1, 2. We were 3rd in sacks. That's pretty good. All right. Year 5, man. Let's do something crazy here. Year 5, I think we're looking good. Oh, this is also the year Evan Neal's going to get re-signed, so we got to see how that goes. I checked the 2027 recap. The Chiefs, they beat the Packers. Mahomes with the Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow with the regular season MVP. Dave Canales, another coach of the year. Monroe St. Brown, offensive player of the year. And Foyose Aluakon, nice, with the defensive player of the year for the Jags. He always leads the league in tackles, so he's a really good fantasy guy to pick up. All right. We're on to the re-sign week. Let's see the Giants re-sign Evan Neal. All right, let's see if Evan Neal is still on this team. Kind of hope not, but I think the Giants might be on the up and up. Evan Neal re-signed. Okay. How long of it? 2-year deal. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. Maybe they can get 2 Pro Bowls, 2 Super Bowls in the next 2 years. Let's go to the draft. All right, so who else did the Giants re-sign? They picked up, so we re-signed. Evan Neal got re-signed, and they picked up the 5th-year option on our X-Factor linebacker. Then they signed anybody of note. Doesn't look like anybody got signed to a big contract. Okay, so they didn't really sign anybody. Okay. All right, let's see how the draft goes. All right, a 72 overall D-tackle, 70 over cornerback. Dude, I feel like their 3rd-round picks have always been their highest overall. But 75 overall left guard, that's pretty good. And everyone else is poopy. Kind of surprised they didn't go for a quarterback. All right, let's hope for a Super Bowl for year 5. All right, starting off week 1 against the division rival Cowboys. We are now 86 overall. I think that's down from last year. Our offense went up from 83 to 84, and our defense went down from 91 to 89. Let's take a look at our lineup. All right, I think we're going to have Kovac starting. Going to Wicks, Neighbors, Robinson. Maybe put in... Wait, did they re-sign Theo Johnson? Why would they re-sign this guy? Really? All right, so I think we're going to put him in there. Why not? Defense, I'm liking what we're doing there. Specialist, I think we're good here. All right, I'll meet you in the halfway point. Oh my God, what are we doing? Okay, 2 and 5. Jesus Christ, I don't like this. This sucks. Evan Neal is at 81 overall. I don't know if that's where he was before. Yeah, I think it was. How many sacks has he allowed so far? Oh my God, 6 already? Dude, he's on pace for his worst season. Oh my God, this is terrible. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, man. Is it really because of this fucking fucker? Wait a minute. The dude's 29 years old? Wait, what? I never even realized that. Why is the guy 29? I mean, he's not playing terribly. I think I'm going to keep him. Why is he 29? Holy shit, he's 29? Dude, he's the same age as Mac Jones. Oh my God. Okay, they need to go another quarterback. Oh my God. Holy shit, I never realized he was 29. Okay, Matt Jones is the starter. Okay. No, is that the wrong thing to do? I mean, yeah, we're 2 and 5, so yeah, we're going to put Matt Jones in. All right, so we are 8th in rushing yards, 14th in passing yards. Our defense took a huge shit. 15th seed, Jesus Christ. Tyrone Tracy, nothing crazy. Webb has been pretty poop in the backup role. Wicks is playing good. Neighbors is playing good. Tight end playing just about as every other tight end. Robinson's playing very poorly. Okay, I think I'm going to have to bench him. Sacks, we are lacking big time. Sacks are lacking big time. Fumbles and deflections we're doing decently. All right, we're going to put Barkley in. The rookie, I think, or second year? Second year player. When was he drafted? Second round pick last year. We're going to have him as... How is he in the slot? No, we're going to have him as a deep threat. We're going to keep Wicks as a slot.
Yeah.
All right. Please, can we make our first playoffs? It's going to be year 5 of this shit, man. I've been recording for an hour and a half and nothing. We've achieved nothing. Not a single accolade of anything. Oh, this is officially our worst season. 5-12. Bottom, like everything. Our defense kind of recovered. Jesus Christ, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Our yearly awards. I'm just going to go to this first. Evan Neal. Nope. Team stats. Defense. How are we doing sacks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we still finished 8th in the league in sacks. That's good. We recorded 0 fumbles. Jesus Christ, we were 30th for picks. Defense really poopy. All right, Mac Jones played worse than Kovacs. Maybe Kovacs was the better way. It's just, dude, he's 29. Why is he so old? Oh my God, man. Okay, so maybe Kovacs finally gets a starting job at age 30 because I don't think Mac Jones is going to stay now. Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to re-sign him. Tyrone Tracy's still poopy. Webb poopy. Tracy really poopy this year, actually. Neighbors had another Neighbors year, 1,000, and he did better in the red zone. Okay, that's good. 7 touchdowns. Wicks had another good year. Tavares Young, not terrible. Wando Robinson, that's crazy. I benched him, and he still finished pretty good. Barkley didn't do shit. Oh, my God. 13 sacks? That is beyond the worst season Evan Neal's ever had. Oh, my God. Is it even worth going on anymore? I'm not even going to bother looking for the Pro Bowl. That's another failure. Year 5, 5-12. Giants, no accolades. I'm getting stressed out from this. This has been 5 long-ass seasons, and I'm getting really sick of it, but we're going to keep going. I think I'm actually going to maybe force a trade. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I just sim a couple years. Okay, so since nothing's been... Okay, I'm going to stop simming halfway through the year. I'll stop doing that. All right, recap. The Raiders won the Super Bowl. Holy shit. Ada Hutchinson, Super Bowl MVP. Raiders won MVP. Harbaugh, Rasheed Rice, Myles Garrett. Okay. Nothing for the Giants or Evan Neal. Did the Giants make any good moves? We signed Wando Robinson. Why? You signed anybody good? Any big bucks? No, big bucks. All practice squad guys. Jesus. How much cap? We only have 26 mil, so they don't even have money. All right, come on. Draft a QB. Pouring a beer. Can't show it because YouTube doesn't like that, but Evan Neal is getting me stressed out. All right, let's see how this draft went. No quarterback. They drafted 270-plus overall O-line. Okay, so maybe they're going after Evan Neal. Oh, Evan Neal does have a much higher overall, but also Andrew Thomas could be getting old, so maybe they're getting his replacement. All right, let's see how this roster ends up looking. Ooh. All right, once again, Super Bowl. We still haven't made the playoffs. This is year 6, and we still have not made the playoffs. So let's take a look at this lineup. Who's on the team? What's it looking like? Andrew Thomas, Carr, got Bryant there, and then Knox, I think we're going to have it as guard. Tracy's now down to a star. Let's put Webb in as a starter then. So Mayers, Wanda, Robinson, Barkley. Okay, so Wicks didn't resign. That's bad. Okay, D-Law. See, okay. The defense isn't looking that bad. So Sexy Dexy, Brian Burns. Okay. Oh, I forgot about Thibodeau. Actually, let's see how Thibodeau has been doing. Because he was literally drafted in the same draft class as Evan Neal. 8 sacks, 5.5, 6, 5. Okay. I mean, he's been worth a starting contract and a starting role. Okay. Definitely been playing better than Evan Neal. I'll say that. Who's this guy? This guy played 4 years. We have the Mr. Irrelevant on our team. Okay. If Kovacs is doing bad, then Mr. Irrelevant is going to take over. But now that we're in year 6, yeah, Evan Neal, how old is he now? We're going to play his entire career, I guess. So, 28. Okay, once he gets to 30, I'll stop doing the midway. So, 2 more seasons of halfway. Okay, we're 4-3. That's never done anything good for us. But last time we were 4-3, we went 9-8, and we were the 8th seed. So, I think maybe possibly this could be a playoff year for us. Offense is not moving great. Our rushing yards aren't terrible. Defense, we're top 10 and everything now. That's great. We're the number 4 seed. Okay, we're tied with the Cowboys. Only 1 game above the Eagles. Still have 10 more games left. Let's take a look at Evan Neal, how he's been playing. He's at 82 overall. I don't know how long he's been like that. 3 sacks. Okay, nothing great.
How's Kovacs been doing? This is his first year where I'm not going to be benching him. He's going to be the starter. Oh, he's playing great. He just doesn't really move the ball around that much. But, I mean, he's definitely playing efficiently. Okay. Oh, and he's on a contract year, too. So, are we going to really re-sign a 30-year-old dude? I think we might. All right. Let's see if we can finally make the playoffs in year 6. Come on, year 6. Fuck yes. We finally made our first playoffs. 10-7. And it looks like we won the division. Oh, my God. We were number 3. We had the 3 seed. Holy shit. Okay. Finally, we're getting something here. Our defense was great. Offense does not look great based off these stat rankings. 87 overall, 85 offense, 91 defense. That's awesome. Let's take a look at player pass rating. Kovacs played pretty good, all things considered. Not a lot of yards, but they didn't make a lot of mistakes. Rushing has still been pretty shit, but whatever. Neighbors, it's his first year with under 1,000 yards. He missed it by 8. That sucks. Barkley wasn't that good. Well, I mean, he had a lot of touchdowns, but still not too many yards. Robinson, another Robinson year. Theo Johnson, yeah, I like the other guy better. Let's see, how did Evan Neal do? Evan Neal, 6. That's like his average right now. Let's see, did he move up in overall? He's still an 82, so the 90 overall does not look good, man. All right, but since this is their first time making a Pro Bowl, or no, since this is the first time making the playoffs, I think I'm going to have to spin the wheel. I think I have to. Holy shit, we have 3 guys with 12.5 with 10 plus sacks. Thibodeau. Let's see, these guys should have been doing this all year. Or should have been doing this the whole franchise, but they haven't. This is the first time. Okay, I'm happy with that, though. I don't even want to look at, I don't care about looking at anything else. All right, yearly awards. Let's see, is Evan Neal on here? Nope, no Evan Neal. But since we made the playoffs for the first time in 6 years, we're spinning the wheel. All right, we got the second spin the wheel. For this one, Evan Neal can get +3 agility, +3 strength, +2 awareness, +1 to all his ratings, +1 to his passer blocking attribute, or +1 to his run blocking attribute. Let's see what we get. We got +1 everything, +1 everything, +1 everything. Fuck yeah. Awesome. Evan Neal's the backup now? Oh my God, we're gonna have to move him. He's gonna have to switch positions now. Okay, that could be good. He's gonna get +1 to all his attributes, and we're gonna have to figure out where he's gonna have to switch. +1 agility, +1 strength, +1 awareness. 1. Let's see, so 66, 82, 69. What does he go to? Evan Neal is now an 84, 70, 68. Nice, he went up 2 because of that. Okay, so Knox is gonna be... Okay, Evan Neal is going to be the tackle. Knox is going to go right there. Boom. Let's put Young in. All right, can we win our first playoff game? Let's see. Going against the Eagles at home. And we lost by 3 points. Okay. Well, I'm going to blow my fucking brains out. How'd this game go? Did Evan Neal blow it for us? No. He didn't allow us any sacks. Let's see, did he at least make a Pro Bowl? Probably not, but Pro Bowl? All right, let's see. Did Evan Neal make his first Pro Bowl? Right tackle. Nothing. Hoopy. All right, year 6, Giants 10-7. Evan Neal, once again, no accolades. This sucks. All right, another offseason. 29 recap. Chiefs won another Super Bowl. Mahomes, another MVP. Whatever. No Giants. I don't even really want to care. Why am I looking at it? Evan Neal. This is his last year. Let's see if he gets... Wait, no. It said franchise tag. Yo. Guys, I just took a look at this. Evan Neal, I don't think they're going to franchise tag him. I hope not. He better not get franchise tag, man. Evan Neal might finally switch teams. Let's see if he can finally get a Super Bowl. All right. Does he resign? Let's see. All right, Evan Neal. Is he still on the team? I don't see him. Fuck yeah. Okay. Let's see. Where did Evan Neal go? Let's see. Where did Evan Neal sign to? This is a lot of fucking people. All right. Where did Evan Neal sign to? Is he a right tackle anymore? Is he a left tackle now? Where the fuck's Evan Neal? Where the hell is Evan Neal? Did this guy, retire or something? What the fuck? Where is this guy? Okay. Did they re-sign Evan Neal? Evan Neal is not signed. He was not re-signed and not franchise tagged by us. Did he retire? No. What the fuck happened to him? Where the fuck is Evan Neal? Wait a minute. Don't even tell me this. Okay, I just realized I was doing all that free agency looking, and free agency didn't finish yet. So, let's finish all of this. Then let's take a look at Evan Neal. Evan Neal went to the Falcons on a 2-year deal. All right, we are now on the Falcons, where Evan Neal is their right tackle. They have a very good O-line. They have Bijan Robinson, Michael Penix. Looks like they have a good backup that they drafted. Receiving core doesn't look terrible. Kyle Pitts. All right, let's see how Evan Neal can do with the Falcons here. All right, let's see who the Falcons end up drafting. All right, they drafted a 73 overall receiver, 74 overall center. Okay. Unlike the Giants, their third round pick is dog shit. All right, nothing else really worth talking about. All right, once again, we're going to do win a Super Bowl. All right, the Falcons are an 88 overall, 92 offense, 85 defense. Evan Neal. All right, this team's looking pretty good. Oh, injury with Bijan? Okay, 2 weeks. That's not awful. Well, that's a little unfortunate. How old is Michael Penix? Okay, he's 30. Defense is pretty solid. There's no one that's a crazy superstar, but everyone's a good overall. Like, yeah, this entire team's good. And this is Evan Neal's age 29 season, so this is the last one. We're going to go to the midway. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god, Evan Neal and bad luck charm, 2-4. What the fuck is going on here? Evan Neal is 84 overall. Only allowed 1 sack. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If he allows under 2, then we can spin the wheel. If they make the playoffs, then we can spin the wheel. All right. So to the playoffs. Let's do some good shit here. 3-13. Evan Neal. Oh my god. Is it on Evan Neal? I swear, if Evan Neal somehow allowed less than like 2 sacks and this team was still this dog shit, dude, he's down 81 because of the overall. Holy shit. 9. Oh my god. He allowed 8 in the second half. What the fuck? That's crazy. Don't even tell me the Giants made the playoffs. The Giants missed the playoffs. That's good. We were last in the NFC. Wow. Okay. So Evan Neal has 1 more year left on this team. All right. So year 7. 3-14. Falcons. Once again, no accolades. All right, let's see how this draft went. Okay, anybody good? Okay, they got 3 70-plus overalls. One of them being a guard. I completely forgot to check why they did bad last year, but dude, it's 7 years and we literally made no progress. Only thing we're somewhat close to is the 90-plus overall. And only one we're close to is the 90 overall, and that's because Evan Neal is an 84. And he's benched right now. Oh my god, who knows what happens. So the Falcons are now an 84 overall. A huge drop-off from last year. 88 offense, 81 defense. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Evan Neal is starting. Okay. All right, Evan Neal, come on. Have a good year. Lead this team to playoffs. All right. I've been doing Super Bowl every time. Let's see if I just do playoffs. Let's see how this goes. Also, Evan Neal is now 30, so I'm not simming to the midway season anymore. I'm a full year. Let's get this shit done with. We're 2 hours in. Oh my god, 4-13. Holy shit. Evan Neal's terrible. Or the Falcons are just terrible, man. Well, I mean, last year Evan Neal was terrible. Let's see. How'd this go? Evan Neal, what'd you do? What'd you do for me, man? What'd you do? 6 sacks. Normal Evan Neal season. Pro Bowl. Evan Neal? Probably not. Nope. Okay. Nope. No Falcons. No Evan Neal. Year 8. 4-13. Falcons. No accolades. Please leave. Join a different team, Evan Neal. Please. I'm begging you. Let's double check. He's not interested. Good shit, Evan Neal. Let's join a different team. All right, let's see where our boy Evan Neal signed to. He has no offers. He hasn't been signed yet. Dude, is this the end of Evan Neal? Fuck. Evan Neal still hasn't been signed yet. He's now a mentor. Damn. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see if he can get re-signed. See if he can get signed anywhere. Evan Neal still hasn't been signed, and it's the start of the season. Holy shit. Ugh. All right, we are now on the Seattle Seahawks, who have recently just signed Evan Neal. All right, we are now on the Seattle Seahawks, where Evan Neal is now an 82 overall, 31-year-old tackle. So I don't think the 9-year-old is ever going to happen. Superstar is probably never going to happen. If he can somehow win so based off my list, it's 3 Super Bowl champions, right? So I'm thinking if he can get, if he can somehow win 6, that's never going to happen. But if he can win 6 Super Bowls, then that can work. But let's see how this goes, man. Evan Neal. Okay. Evan Neal, first year with the Seahawks, 9-8, made the playoffs. How'd he play? Oh my god, his worst year ever, 15 sacks. Holy shit. Yeah, because of that, there's no spin the wheel. I don't even care they made the playoffs. That is terrible. 15 sacks? Hell no. All right, let's see. Can they beat the Cardinals? No! Evan Neal still has never made it past the wild card. Our Pro Bowl roster, Evan Neal somehow? No Evan Neal. Another den. Yep. No accolades. No accolades for Evan Neal. Year 9. Still have achieved absolutely nothing here. Nothing. He still needs 3 Super Bowls and 5 Pro Bowls to even knock these 2 off mandatory. And then every Super Bowl after that, he can knock off one of these. But, oh my god, he needs to somehow get 5 more Pro Bowls. He somehow still needs to get a Pro Bowl and a Super Bowl. Oh, this is tragic. All right, Evan Neal. I think he only signed on a 1-year deal. Did they do anything with him? It does not look like they plan on re-signing him. Evan Neal, 32 overall, 32 years old, 80 overall. Okay, I'm going to sim this season. If he's still somehow a free agent, then I think I'm going to call it. Well, actually, no. Let's go to the midway season. If he's still a free agent by the midway season. All right, let's see. Has Evan Neal gotten signed yet? Nope. Evan Neal still hasn't been re-signed. All right, so I think this is officially the end of Evan Neal. 9 seasons, he's achieved nothing. It's his 10th season. He has not been signed to a team. I think this player career simulation has officially been a failure. I think for my punishment, I'm going to have to buy, I don't know, beer I don't want to buy. Okay. As my punishment, I'm going to have to buy a 4-pack of individual cans from this liquor store. And it's going to be kind of more expensive than I normally want to do it. But that's my punishment. That's why I deserve it, okay? I lost, so I have to buy the beer. It is what it is, you know? 9 seasons, we didn't achieve what we needed to do. This all sucked. So, yeah. Either way, guys, thanks for tuning into this one. I'm probably going to do another one of these down the line, but probably a different position, like quarterback or receiver. I mostly just did this because Fred's a Giants fan. He wanted to see Evan Neal. Yeah, Adam, never doing this again. Fuck you. See you guys.